Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn and this is Dawn Does Life. And today I'm going to talk about how to get signed up to be a courier driver on the Skip network. Now, as you can see, I'm at the main SkipTheDishes site. And once you're here, you're going to scroll down just until you see this Drive with Skip Join Now. And then also, if you kept on going, down at the bottom of the page, you can also click on this Become a Courier Driver. We'll go back up to here. So you're going to hit the join now. Now, if I clicked that, that would send you to my Courier portal. So I am just actually going to open it up here. When you click it, you're going to get this page Deliver with Skip. And this is where you're going to sign up. And let's just make up an account here. John Happy at gmail.com. Let's make up a phone number. I'm going to do a mock setup for Winnipeg just because I know that they are accepting courier applications right now. So let's go to 04 555 5555. Okay. And then we're going to select the city of Winnipeg. And then we're also going to select our language of that we prefer. So English or French is available. And then of course you want to go through these courier agreements and the terms of service. Once you've read them, you want to go ahead and click off that you have and you want to create your account. Then you want to select a password that's at least 6 characters. Doesn't have to be capital letters. Doesn't have to have numbers in it, I don't think. Just has to be 6 characters. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to come into the profile and you're going to talk about how you heard about us. Now, I just want to say if you are signing up with another food courier's referral code, if you heard about it from another food courier, put it here and then you'll be able to enter the information so that you get your referral bonus as well as the courier that referred you gets the referral bonus. But I'm just going to say Kijiji. Because right now I know that Winnipeg isn't offering a referral bonus. In fact, I don't think very many markets are, at least not that I'm aware of. So what address will you begin your shifts at? Let's just, I don't know Winnipeg, so let's just say this. Now, here you want to put in your actual address because this is going to be your starting point for driving with Skip. It does say referrals are not currently available here, as I said. And but if it, I don't know what this would say if it was different. Okay, so then you're gonna hit OK, go on to the next page, and now you're gonna set your delivery zone. Okay, let's just start with this. So this is saying Winnipeg Northwest. You can add this, and then you can go through and add all of the other ones as well. So you can say add, and then if you want to add these other ones, just click on them and add them one at a time. And this way it opens you up for shifts available in all the different areas. But when you're in a city as large as Winnipeg, generally you want to stick as fairly close to home, I would suggest, as possible, at least to get yourself started. You can always add more later. So then you're going to click this submit selection, and you're going to indicate whether you're a motor vehicle or bicycle. I'm just going to stick with motor vehicle. And then it says, welcome to Courier Orientation. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to watch this introduction video. Oh, and it's going to make you watch this video too. I'm just going to scroll through this because we don't want to watch it. And then we're just going to go into next. Okay, next. So here is where you are going to take a photo on your phone of your driver's license. You're going to put your expiration dates. You're going to submit your document. And I don't think it's actually going to let me go any further than this. Okay, you guys, so it wouldn't let me go any further in the process of signing up without actually uploading documents. So I decided to just go ahead and log you into my portal. And I will be blurring out any information that is private or personal. But basically, when you do log into your main profile, or so your portal, this is what you're going to see. And let's just go first of all to the bags. As I was saying before, you are required to purchase your bags or have acceptable bags. And their bags are a main thermal bag that's square. It has a divider in it. And then as well, you also get a pizza bag, which you need both if you're going to deliver. Um, so if you have your own, you don't need to do this. But if you don't, then you will be required to purchase. The amount of the bags is $74.90 in Canada. With me, I'm in Saskatchewan. I was required to also pay for my background check. And so this is what I paid for the bags, and then I also paid for the background check. So the total amount I paid was $74.90. But that included my background check. They gave me the discount to sign up. So that's how you're going to pay for that. The next thing is going to be the documents. So as we were where we left it off on that previous video, is the documents required. So you need your driver's license, your vehicle insurance, your vehicle registration, and your proof of work eligibility. Now, I do think that I don't think they allow a social insurance card. For some reason, I'm remembering that was the first thing I uploaded and they didn't accept it. So they required my birth certificate or a passport, I believe was the other one option that they gave me. I will be blurring again this out just because it's my own private information. And then the next thing is your banking information. You will need to upload that. And if you see here, they give you an example of the information that they require. You can obtain this from your bank. Sometimes when you log into your online banking, you're able to print out that document or at least get those numbers. But you just need your institution number, your transit number, and your account number. And that's where they will be depositing every week your pay. Profile, that's just the information that you set up at the beginning, and your earnings. So this I wanted to show you guys is a breakdown of how the earnings are. Now you can load more, and this shows I started back in March, so this shows me all the way back to March. The week I joined at the end of the week, so that first week I didn't get any shifts, and then I started the next week. Now you can do a print summary and have this printed out, and then you can also drill into each week. Let's just look in this December 1st one, and you can see that I worked 2 shifts that week. You can see the amount of taxes that were collected from cash orders, the reimbursement bonuses and other transactions, and then the amount of your week. If you scroll down a bit, how you receive your earnings. This was the portion I got paid in cash. That was from collecting cash from the customers. The next one down is the amount that was deposited into my account. And the nice thing about Skip the Dishes is that they actually do break down your the nice thing about Skip the Dishes is that you get invoices every week that show you exactly how many orders you took, what happened with those orders, how much you were paid with those orders. For example, this one here, this was a delivery that I accepted that was canceled when I was on my way to the restaurant. So they paid me a portion of the transit pay, I think based on where I was. I'm not exactly sure how they came up with that calculation, but that was what I actually got paid for that order, even though I didn't go and pick it up. So this just shows you all of your orders. You can print this out for tax time. You can enter this information onto spreadsheets. I really appreciate that Skip does that. I know I also drive for DoorDash and they do not do that. So you basically have to go in and write down your own information if you want to keep track of it. And yeah, so that's it. I think that is the breakdown of how to get started, what your what your Courier portal looks like. And now we're going to get into looking at the app. Oh, and I will tell you also, when you do need the app, it will be something that you have they send you the link to your phone. It isn't something that you can download from the App Store or from I don't know whatever Android's marketplace is. They actually send it to you. It's not the same as an app, and it shows up in your, like, if you go into your settings and your notifications and you take a look at the app is actually called Courier. So it's definitely not an app that you would get off of the App Store, whatever your App Store happens to be. So now we're going to get into the app itself and take a look at the different things on there. Okay, you guys, so let's start by taking a quick look at the app. When you first log into the app, it's going to check for updates and install them if necessary. So this is your main screen. When you first log in, this is what you'll see. As you can see at the top, it's showing my shift tonight is from 5:15 to 9:45, and I'm scheduled to work on the west side of Saskatoon. It also gives you the option, if you see where the information is, eager to earn, toggle your status to available to check for extensions. So basically at any time you can toggle yourself to online, and if there are extensions available, they will be open for you to accept. Now, also on the side here, again, it's showing you 5:15 to 9:45. So I'm just going to toggle to online. And you can see that, excuse me, my side of the app is turning green, which actually means that it is busy. And so if I wanted to start early, I could. And so when I press that, as you can see here, it's popping up to start now if I want to. I'm not going to, because I'm going through this with you guys and I don't want to get an order while I'm doing this. So you can accept the shift or not. I'm just going to leave it for now. So the next thing is your availability. So this is basically where you would schedule yourself. If you go into your availability, this basically is a rundown. You can go into a day and then you pick the times that you want to work or the times that you are available. You can change this to available all day. You can change this to whatever hours suit you. And you can also, when you do go in and edit it, when you confirm your availability, oh, it's not going to do it for me. Basically, it's going to ask if you want to have that availability set for every Monday, which, as you can see at the bottom here where it says repeats every Monday, that's how I have mine set up. And then once my schedule comes out, I just go through and double check if I have anything going on a certain day, I can cancel it. This is where you're going to see open shifts. Now, I don't know about other markets. In Saskatoon, it is incredibly difficult to find an open shift. So you're really, the only time you're going to see them is when the schedule comes out each weekday, and that's even few and far between. It could be different in your market. I don't know. And when I first started, open shifts were available all the time. I'm not sure if maybe there's too many drivers on the network in Saskatoon, but that's basically where you're at. So this is my shifts. These are the ones that I have for the week. So this is today at the top here. You can go through and see the other ones that I have been that I have accepted for the week following. You will only get to see 1 week in advance. So basically the schedule comes out on a Thursday evening, and that is to start on the Monday, the following Monday to the following Sunday. You get paid every week. Pay is usually deposited into your account by, well, they say by Friday of every week, but generally I get it either Tuesday or Wednesday. So that is the availability. Next thing is your earnings. Now you can see on the screen here what I've earned for the week so far. This gives you your breakdown of what your earnings are. So you can see transit pay, $105.88. Tips, $84.60, and any transit pay top up. So Skip does a top up promotion. As long as you can keep your acceptance rate above 80%, they will give you a minimum payout. And again, in other markets, it's different. In Saskatoon, our top up is to $6. Personally, I think it should be, I know Calgary's is $7. I think it should be $7 for us as well. Our cost of living is not that much cheaper than Calgary. In fact, I think in some ways it's even worse. So whatever, that's just my little rant. Don't pay attention. So you can see here now, if you go down halfway down the page, you're going to see the daily breakdown. So on Monday, December 9th, I did 7 orders on my shift. I believe it was a 3-hour shift. And then you can go through and look at each order. So you can break down to the day. This shows you I made transit pay of $33.70. I had a top up of $2.51, and I had tips of $18.52. So you can break into the actual day you can break into the actual order and take a look at what your payout for each order was as well. So that just gives you a bit of a rundown on how that works. Then if you go into the little profile tab, this is going to give you your feedback for the week. It's going to give you information on, say, any promotions running, which again, as I said, the top up promotion. It's going to give you referral program information. That's my code. Oh, by the way, guys, that's my code. Take a look. If you want to join, go ahead and use that. And then also, it's going to give you your Courier exclusives. Now for Saskatoon, we've got H&R Block. It's always been H&R Block. It's never been any other promotion. So if that's something that would be of value to you for tax time, being that you are self-employed, it's going to be a little bit different for you to do your taxes. So yeah, you can look into that, or you can do it on your own. And then also at the top, you're going to see a little wheel cog. If you press that, that's going to give you your app settings, your help and support, your checking for updates. Once in a while, I will see an update that didn't snag at the beginning when I first logged in. So it's good to go in there at the beginning of your shift or at the end of your shift and just double check that once in a while. Let's go back. So your app settings, this is going to give you your, so you can toggle to get notified when you're, when they have notifications about earning opportunities. You can also set your map preferences. I have it set on Google. As you can see on my phone, I have Google Maps or Apple Maps. I just use Google. I actually find Google is a lot more reliable than Apple. On Apple Maps, a few times it sent me to the wrong, when I first started, it sent me to the wrong address. And I just said enough is enough, and I put it on Google. Having said that, Google also does glitch sometimes too, and it is so frustrating when it happens. But so you can go into light mode, dark mode. I just have mine in dark mode. And then you can, again, like I said, check for updates. You can do your contact information, your password, and you can log out. And I'm not going to go into those because that will show you my information. So that's the basic rundown of the app. And just a few final things you need to know before you start. Whoops. And this will give you your best chance for success. So you're going to need some thermal bags. You're going to need both a thermal pizza bag as well as the thermal food storage bag. I just want to let you know that you're not required to have these bags from Skip. You can, as long as you have thermal bags, you're going to be fine. But I will say that the ones with the Skip logo on them are the best bags that I've seen out there. They're sturdy, they're really good quality, and while they do cost $75, they do pay for themselves quite quickly. And so also you will need a cell phone with a data plan. Now you can use, you cannot use Wi-Fi when you're on the network. Skip needs to be able to track where you are. And obviously when you're not in a hot zone or a Wi-Fi hot zone, they're not going to know where you are, so you're not going to get the orders. Wi-Fi does not work when you're on shift. Also expect to use about 5 to 8 gigs of data per month. Maybe a little bit less than 5, probably not more than 8. But you will need it, and it does depend on how often you drive. And also I would suggest bringing a phone charger with you and having your phone charged at the beginning of your shift. You're also going to need a vehicle. I'd recommend a small vehicle that's really good on gas. Now I started out with a 2017 Ford Focus. This thing was amazing on gas, but it's winter in Saskatchewan, and come winter storms, I was having problems in residential neighborhoods. And actually, to be quite honest with you, sometimes I even had a hard time pulling into my garage. This thing was not great in the snow whatsoever. So right now I'm driving a Hyundai Kona. It's a subcompact SUV. Excellent vehicle, still very good on gas, and it is still keeping me. It is not quite as good on gas, but it is still keeping me within about my 10 cents a kilometer. It also has all-wheel drive, or at least mine does. You can get it without, but of course I got it with, and winter tires. So these are things that you need in Canada's harsh climate. You also need a way to track your mileage, and you can use anything for this. So if you have a notepad, if you have a binder, anything you want. I picked up a calendar from the dollar store, 2019. It's just each page is a month, and I track my mileage each day. You want to track your kilometers driven, your number of orders, and your amount earned, sorry, and quite honestly, anything else you want to track, that's what I track. So then finally, you're going to need a $60 float. This is mandatory. You will get some cash orders. They are not super common, but you will get them, and you are missing out on good tip potential. Not all the time, but quite often, if they've ordered something that's worth, 46 bucks, they'll give you an extra $2 as a tip, or they'll give you the $50 or whatever it is. Sometimes not, but oftentimes yes. You also want to wear comfortable clothing and shoes. People, dress for the weather. We're in Canada. It gets cold. Good example, the other day I was delivering to a condominium or a townhouse complex, and the woman's unit could not be further away from the parking lot. And to top it all off, I couldn't find her unit. I was wandering around in minus 35 with the wind chill weather. So my bad, I didn't have gloves, and I'm just saying that's a recommendation I would make. You also, this isn't mandatory obviously, but I would strongly suggest keeping paper towels or wet wipes. I have both. You want to keep your bag clean. Now, you're going to come to know that some restaurants, their drinks almost always leak or spill or something, and it drives you nuts, but there are suggestions to keep it on the floor of your car. I'm sorry, I'm not about having the bottom of my car hit with pop or ice cream or whatever it happens to be. So I'd much rather the spill be inside my bag, and you want something to be able to clean that out. I mean, it could happen at any time. Middle of your shift and your bag is soaked. What do you do? So you have paper towels and you can clean it out yourself. Also, a suggestion from the lighter side here on YouTube: buy yourself a flashlight. Some of these neighborhoods you go into are super dark. People do not leave their patio lights on or their porch lights on. You can't see the house numbers. It has come in handy so many times. As soon as I heard him suggest this, I went out and got one, and I've already used it so many times. You want to get your one that has a really strong beam on it, and if you can get one that focuses into a tight beam, you can just point it right at the house and look for the house numbers. And it also is a safety thing as well. Some of these dark neighborhoods are in older neighborhoods. Sometimes older neighborhoods are not the safest neighborhoods. So it's just good to keep yourself aware of who's around you and have a way to light up your path as you're walking as well. So that's about it, you guys. I wanted to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys on the Skip Network. I'd love to hear what your experiences are. In fact, comment below on what your biggest pro and your biggest con are. I will respond to everybody's text. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new content. Down in the corner of the screen there, you can see, hopefully it'll be in the right direction. Wouldn't that be funny if it was on the opposite side of the screen? Anyways, if you see that little icon, DawnDoesLife, that will automatically subscribe you and give you the option to hit the bell icon as well. So thank you so much, you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next video.